Hey guys, Parker here, and welcome back to another video. So, I know you guys probably have a lot of questions upon seeing this in your sub box, and honestly, I have just as many questions as you. Why did I do this? Long story short, this idea came to me when I was extremely bored as a result of not being able to stream Black Blizzard, and like the idiot I am, I decided to follow through with it to see if it was as bad an idea as I thought. And surprisingly, it actually ended up being a good idea. I finished both levels in a combined 208 attempts, which is just over 1% of the 18,786 attempts that both combined took originally. Surprisingly, the muscle memory stayed for both levels, which helped a lot. It actually hurt a little bit for Doradura, but that's a topic for later on. I'll talk about each level more after its recompletion, but I've been yapping for long enough already, so I'll just cut out here and show you the first completion, so here you go.
Nice.
Well, that went better than the first time, didn't it? I'm honestly unsure of whether I was looking forward to this the most of the two recompletions instead of Doradura. Sure, I gave this level the higher score of the two when I beat it, but it would have had the lower score if I didn't have an even worse experience on Doradura. Somehow, even though it's been over 19 months since I beat this level, my muscle memory on it is still just as fresh as if I beat it an hour ago, which made this significantly easier on me. I'm glad I was able to do this so fast, as I really enjoyed it this time around, and I would absolutely recommend this to pretty much anybody. Unfortunately, 2.2 kind of screwed the numbers things up though, because now there's a new system for determining percent in levels, and now level percent is marked by time instead of exposition, so the progress bar will increase at an even pace throughout the entire level. However, that also messes with deaths. My 296% deaths that I had to face when I originally beat this are now 295% deaths, thanks to the new 2.2 system. That's why I put 95 times 2 in parentheses in that segment of the description. Should I edit the original completions description to account for the 2.2 system, or should I just leave it as is? Let me know in a comment. But regardless, here's Doradura and the second of two completions in this video. Yes! Okay. I'm not dying to the last jump again. No. Yes! Oh, I can't react more than that. Oh, I'm gonna cough so much. This was absolutely the rougher of the two completions by a significant margin, mainly because it took significantly longer to get my muscle memory back, and the last part still makes my eyes fizz out just as much as it did the first time. But after I got those issues taken care of, this was so much fun! I can honestly say I missed the ability to play this level and have fun since it started turning into a nightmare in like September 2022, 9 months before I actually completed it. I would seriously recommend this to basically everybody now. It's more or less a perfect, easy extreme. I still advise you to stay away from it as the hardest though, and if you do, don't make the same mistakes I did. There's one more thing I wanted to bring up, and while it doesn't affect my enjoyment of the level at all, it's still a thing. iPads are not exactly the most technologically powerful pieces of hardware of all time, as I'm sure most of you know. I can handle most levels below the 40k object cap on mobile, but once the object count is closer to 100k than 0, that's when it starts getting really difficult to run the level. The harder a level is on an iPad, like technologically, the more problems like void clicking and click delay start to set in. Because I was getting a lot of input delay when I played this on my iPad, I found myself getting the ability to adjust for click delay on the fly. If my clicks were delayed by 200 milliseconds, then I would adjust my click patterns and tap 200 milliseconds sooner. I've been in almost 9,500 attempts of muscle memory like that. However, because my PC is so much stronger than my iPad, the click delay wasn't an issue at all. Pretty much all of my far deaths on my PC were because I was clicking too early, since my muscle memory was trying to since my muscle memory had adapted to account for click delay that no longer existed. Again, this isn't a problem with the level at all, and it's literally just like a skill issue, but I don't think I'll ever get another chance to bring this up, so here you go. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my suffering again. I promise Black Blizzard streams will restart soon. I have had the flu. It has sucked, but I'm pretty much ready to actually like get back into streaming and making content regularly. So, yeah. That's going to be it for today. If you like the video, I guess, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!